Hey, though. It's the mafia. This shit for all the gangsters, nigga. Real story. Hey, jugging out the double doors, cuz in the 6'4". Choppers hitting switches on these niggas back in 94. Basketball practice, and after that, I'm back to selling dope. When the cops hit the ab, I done made a rack off of my pager though. When the WAP hit my box, I'ma hit them back, I'm on the payphone. My shoebox getting full, I need to go buy me a safe for real. It's treacherous outside, not supposed to have it, but I paid for it. A brand new out the box, Tootie on me while I'm trapping. And I hope. What's good? What's good? You know what's going on. It's time for that culture for the streets. We gonna get right to the program. Don't leave up out the trap till you've been served though. Ding all them buttons. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel. Man, anyway, we gonna start off with this whole thing. First and foremost, we can't get into it without tipping our hats. Moment of silence to Paper Route Frank, Young Dolph, man, King of South Memphis, man. Big legend in Memphis, man. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to salute Dolph because Dolph was took from us too early. Just like what we experienced with Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? Nipsey was just getting to where he wanted to get to be able to build the traction up that he wanted, and he was took from us. Same thing with Dolph. Rest in peace, Paper Route Frank, man. But it's been a lot that came with the death of Paper Route Frank, Young Dolph, because you got Hernandez Govan, who is alleged to have orchestrated the murder of Young Dolph. Recently got bond. Now, I don't know how you get bond when you the one that orchestrated a murder and it went through. I've never seen this. I've never seen a nigga get a bond for a premeditated murder in the first place, because this was a planned out. So it's definitely premeditated. And on top of that, we didn't see the shooters or one of the ones that's get implicated in the situation be charged with what's going on. We seeing the actual head honcho, the actual mastermind behind the situation even taking place, be released from jail with not even $1 million bond. He got a $90,000 bond, and that's not even the only thing about the $90,000 bond. Allegedly, Dolph's family agreed to the bond. So I ain't the brightest nigga in the book, man, but I can tell you this. For one, if they letting Hernandez Govan out, somebody else on their way to jail. Just trust and believe that. For one, he's the mastermind behind a murder. Not just a murder, but the murder of Young Dolph, man. It's alleged that Young Dolph lost his life due to the planning of Hernandez Govan. In return, the streets always know what's going on. Hernandez Govan lost his daughter, a lot of cash deaths though, as retaliation to what's going on for Dolph. You know what I'm saying? So you can't never say Dolph people ain't slide, because they definitely sliding. They definitely slide. But at the end of the day, this just proves to us how the streets is a trickle effect, because when somebody lose their life, it's not the end of it. Somebody else gonna lose their life too. Somebody else gonna get involved too. It's gonna spill over into it's gonna become a burden for other people too. It's a lot of people locked up behind this, about to go down for life behind this. Then you got the mastermind getting bond. Don't forget that they did state that he's going to cooperate. So I don't know who all supposed to be outside in Memphis scared, but everybody that's attached to that dude, that he know they business, anybody that's attached to the situation where Dolph lost his life, should be heading for the hills, tucked in, off the radar. Don't be messing with him. You already know. If he done came home on high profile murder charges, something ain't right. Somebody in trouble, bruh. And this also sheds even more light on CMG because the fact that this nigga getting out, he got ties to being around them. We definitely know he ain't got no ties to PRE because if you did, you wouldn't have been doing nothing that resulted in Dolph losing his life. You see what I'm saying? So apparently you got to be rocking with the other side. So who's to say the police ain't insinuating that? Who's to say that he hasn't threw that in the air to the police? Who's to say they said, boom, we gonna go ahead and let you out, make it look juicy. So we gonna make you post a bond and get out. The bond compared in the murder, that's a small bond in a murder case. Make it look good. But at the same time, when you come home, is you still gonna have the same affiliations that you had when you left the streets? Is you still gonna be messing with the steppers outside? Is you still gonna be in tune with whoever you were dealing with that brought this to the table where you took the hit? Because they gotta know at some point the police following you to see if you gonna lead them to the people that forked over the money. Because the people that forked over the money for Dolph's death might be the same people that forked over the money for you to bond out. It's a lot going on, and I don't think a lot of people paying attention, but we gonna, it's a lot going on, man. Rest in peace, Dolph, man. But I'm just gonna show y'all a little footage of something, and y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'm gonna let y'all know what I think.
Govan posted his $90,000 bond today. He was indicted on first-degree murder, criminal attempt first-degree murder, and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder charges, and was previously held without bond. Prosecutors and his defense came to an agreement to grant bond today with conditions. Hernandez Govan is accused of recruiting co-defendants Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith to kill Memphis rapper Adolph Thornton Jr., better known as Young Dolph. Judge Lee Coffey granted Govan's $90,000 bond Thursday. He says at the recommendation of the defense and prosecution.
What's the reason for this? I don't know. I don't get involved in investigating cases. I don't get involved in particulars of the case.
Shelby County District Attorney Steve Muller
Damn, I was on mute. But anyway, like I was saying, have you ever seen a judge do that? I don't know what's going on. I never seen the paperwork. I have no idea. Never. I never seen a judge do that. I've been in trouble plenty of times. I've been to court plenty of times. I never seen a judge act like he don't know. He's not coherent to what's going on in court right now when it's in progress. Like what's really going on? And then he grants the bond, $90,000 bond. So it's more to it than meets the eye, man. It's some more niggas about to go to jail behind this, and I don't know if people paying attention. People done died behind this. It's been a lot of shootings behind this. It's a lot. The beef done escalated behind the two sides behind this. We still don't know if the Privé shooting and the incident with the confrontation that happened at the Privé, people died there. People got shot there. And it still hasn't been a solid exposure of the situation where they letting us know did this have something to do with PRE and CMG, or was this just a random confrontation at Privé where people that wasn't getting along seeing each other and it happened right there? Because we yet to really know that. But look what's going on with the courts though. They didn't let this man out. The streets of Memphis about to be, they already on fire. But when I say they on fire right now, because this man that hit the streets, a lot of niggas about to go to jail, man. Don't forget, man, that them folks, them letter people, man, paying attention to this situation to see what's going on. It's a high profile case. A high profile celebrity was killed. And I ain't gonna be the one to say too much controversial stuff, but I'm not gonna say musically as an influence, but I'm gonna say physically for the things that he did, for the work that he put in, the people that he fed, the opportunities that he gave to many people. Dolph's influence for what he really did from where he from. In Memphis, that influence sticks to them deeper than Tupac to the world. So just like the streets ain't gonna forget this, the justice system ain't about to let this go neither. But they don't really, the justice system don't care about how it goes. They don't care if they lose a couple uh informants to the fact that they was telling and they lose their life. They just trying to catch the culprits, the ones that was at the top that made all these calls. Everybody else is expendable. Hernandez Govan is expendable, but I doubt at this point he cares. He'll do anything to get out and be out. But what I am gonna tell you, don't be surprised, because not only is the ops gonna want to get him, not only is Dolph's people gonna want to get him, but the people that paid for the hit might want to get him. Get him all the way up out of here. Why? Because if they don't, they run the risk of him exposing them and they going to jail. And we still don't even know who really was the hand that put the bread. You see what I'm saying? We know who Dolph was into it with. We know what side Dolph was into it with. So at the end of the day, we all got our assumptions of where the money came from for the hit. But that don't mean that's a fact, though. But at the end of the day, Hernandez Govan, he finna lead them folks right to where the folks that put that bread up on that hit is at. And he finna give them a lot more, because if he didn't already, that bond that he didn't have wouldn't have turned into a bond that he could afford to get out on, and somebody paid that bond. Ask yourself, who paid that bond? Who y'all think paid that bond? Leave the comments in the comment section who y'all think paid that bond. Who y'all think Hernandez Govan finna sink? Because he definitely finna sink somebody. He's out on a $90,000 bond on multiple charges, including an intensive charge of murder. Now, if he don't get clipped while he out there on the streets, either he gonna get caught and got a gun on him because he got to protect his life. Hey, he risked rather going back to jail than getting caught and they ain't got that gun. They gonna shoot him 1,000 times. So either he gonna get clipped or the police gonna catch him up doing something he wasn't supposed to do. Because ain't no way they let that man out and he stayed 10 toes down. It's no way they let that man out and he stayed 10 toes down. So if y'all think that he got that $90,000 bond and he just outside, granted, the police gonna be watching him, bruh. So whoever decide to step on him, be careful, because they gonna be watching him. Don't make it easy for them to catch you doing something to him, because they know. Listen, when niggas decide they want a rat and they throw him back out in the field to be a rat chasing the cheese, they know it's a big chance that he can die for what he done did. They don't be caring. At the expense that they get what they want at the end of the day. So really right now, Alexander Govan is a pawn and straight drop brother who willing to say, man, I ain't sitting down for this. You finna tell on your own brother. Use a bitch. And he willing to cooperate about everything. So if he know anything that Hernandez know, he giving that up. And then if he know anything that he don't know Hernandez know, or if he know anything that he just know that they don't know, he's finna tell it. He's finna tell it. Man, rest in peace, Dolph, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Leave them comments in the comment section, man. Talk to me. Let me know what y'all think about the whole situation, because it's getting messy. And every month we seeing more updates to the case as far as stuff that we didn't know. More people cooperate. People just giving up the ghost, man. One thing about Dolph, he was deeply rooted and he was loved everywhere. So something gonna either happen in the streets or it's gonna happen in the justice system. It's not going no other way. But until then, man, tap in, man. Don't leave about the trap till you've been served. It's time for that Culture for the Streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint, man. Tap in.
Yeah. Got my nigga Cheese in this bitch. Midwest UGK, nigga. You already know. Yeah. I said my hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. This 100-round drummy. It'll knock a nigga right down. My dope on my scale. It be knocking watch lights out. My spot do be booming. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. My hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle.